Hi, my name is Teddy Bittner, Bittner Farms and Security Training, serving the greater Kansas City area. We provide NRA farms training as well as Missouri and Kansas concealed carry classes. What I'd like to do is talk to you very briefly about some reasons why you should seriously consider obtaining a concealed carry permit, particularly in Missouri, but also in Kansas as well, with particular attention to the impact of carrying without a permit in the state of Missouri. This is not a political forum, and I'm not addressing whether or not concealed carry statutes violate the Second Amendment. I'm going to talk about the situation in Missouri for permitless carry as a law stands effective January 1st, 2017. I've been getting a lot of questions about whether permits are still being issued in Missouri. Apparently a lot of people have been watching news stories which seem to indicate that permits are no longer being issued and that the blood is going to run in the streets, of which all of this is not true. In fact, the permitting process is actually expanded in the state of Missouri, and I'll touch on that at the end of this video. But in the meantime, I'd like to talk about 5 things that you need to know about permitless and permit carry in the state of Missouri. Number 1, RSMO 571-107 lists 17 places you may not conceal carry a firearm in the state of Missouri. If you do not have a permit and are detected carrying in one of these places, it is a crime in all but one of those locations. You can be charged with a Class B misdemeanor. And if you get the wrong prosecutor, you could also possibly be charged with armed criminal action, which carries a minimum 3-year prison sentence. If, however, you have a Missouri concealed carry permit and are detected in most of these areas, then you'll be asked to leave. If you refuse to leave, you can be issued a citation and receive a $100 fine. Now, exceptions to that include anything with federal property, like the post office or a military reservation, the controlled area of an airport, or a bus station. Those are exceptions where they're going to throw the book at you. Number 2, if you do have a permit, you may carry in 36 other states that recognizes Missouri permits. If you do not have a permit, you can only carry in states that allow you to carry without a permit if you're a non-citizen of that state. And you need to check the state laws before you travel just to make sure you don't run afoul of those laws as well. Number 3, if you have a permit and you drop your kids or your grandkids off at school, or you go to a school function and you secure your firearm in a vehicle because you can't carry it in a building, and you have a permit, then you're perfectly legal for state and federal law. However, if you do not have a permit and you enter a school zone, which is defined as 1,000 feet around a public, parochial, or private school, you're in violation of federal law, and that's not good. The penalty for violating federal law is as follows, and this is from 18 U.S.C. Whoever violates the act shall be fined not more than $5,000 and imprisoned for not more than 5 years, or both. So if you don't have a permit, don't carry concealed inside a school zone, because if you're stopped for a traffic stop and it's found out, it's not going to be a good day for you. Number 4, if you have a concealed carry permit, you may carry openly anywhere where you're allowed to carry concealed. That sounds kind of interesting, doesn't it? Let me say that again. If you have a concealed carry permit, you may carry openly anywhere where you're allowed to carry concealed. If you do not have a permit, your ability to open carry will be dictated not only by the concealed carry statutes, but also by local municipalities and counties that have ordinances against open carry. Number 5, if you have a permit, it means that you've taken basic firearms safety and shooting instruction, you've qualified on a range, you've received at least 2.5 hours of legal training involving weapons and self-defense laws, and you've passed a background check. That's all good stuff. Obviously, if you don't have a permit, you may or may not have had any of these things. Okay, so those are the 5 things. So what has changed in the law that allows all this to happen? Missouri legislature has decriminalized carrying concealed weapons in areas outside of the 17 locations that are in the statute, so that it's not criminal to carry outside of those 17 areas, and that's how they changed the law. They also expanded the permit process beyond the normal 5-year permit to include permits that are valid for 10 years if you pay up to $200, or 25 years, which will cost you up to $250, or a lifetime permit, which will cost you up to $500. These extended permits, however, are not valid outside the state of Missouri. No other state will recognize them. So that's it. Well, not really. It's possible this video has generated other questions, and if you have any, please let me know, and I'll either try to answer them or look them up for you. Thanks for watching.